everybody, and welcome to the first episode of Bishop and the Comedian. I'm the Bishop.
I am the comedian. This is your man, J. Red.
And we are excited about tonight's episode. You can see we've been laughing all day. It has been an amazing time. So, Jay, the purpose of the show, Doc, is to come on, talk about real life issues that we both have had and how we dealt with them based upon our gifting and our calling.
Exactly.
So the first subject, Doc.
First subject, just anything goes, right? Just random, whatever.
So I can go off the script right now?
Yeah.
Anything?
Yeah.
How did you feel the first time you lost the fight?
First time I lost the fight, how did I feel? I felt deceived, Clark. I felt deceived because, first of all, it was a white boy.
Oh, Lord.
And you know, every black man from Oakland, California thinks that if a white boy even attempts to run up on you, we're going to be able to...
It's on and pop.
It's on and pop. Take care of the situation, handle the man, knock him out, do what we got to do. But I felt deceived from this white boy in the 6th grade. 6th grade at the flagpole, because I didn't know he knew martial arts. Now let me just say this as a disclaimer. In the 6th grade, you're supposed to be able to take martial art classes. But I said this white boy knew. Clark, I think he had to be at least a purple belt.
So, Doc, how you knew he knew?
He was a white, orange, purple. No, he was a brown. There's brown right before black. He was a brown belt.
How'd you know that, though? What did he do?
Because somebody that takes martial arts starts off with the upper body. They use more of their hands than their arms. A man, matter of fact, one of your men, a boy, 6th grade at the flagpole, not only did he use his lower part of his body, and not only did he use his legs, because I think that's a whole other level of martial arts in itself. So it wasn't a roundhouse kick, it wasn't a front snap kick. The man swept me. Now, let me tell you something, you've never been swept before, it's very embarrassing. Clark, when you stand on your 2 feet, and you ready to go blow for blow, because you've been taught in the hood, keep your hands up at all times. And get ready to go ahead, shadow boxing. And you about to go ahead and fight this man, try to knock him out. And before you know it, you see the front tip of your Converse. Now that ain't normal, because you're supposed to look down to see your shoes. But they were parallel. Because this man did a turnaround foot sweep. And he swept me from beneath. I was like, I'm a gymnast. It looks like I'm a gymnastic.
So, Doc, you telling me the first time you lost a fight, you got swept off your feet?
I got swept off my feet, Club. I didn't even care to get back up to fight the man. I was so embarrassed that I was on the ground on my back, and he's standing up on me, over me, and I just said tap out. I didn't even lose because it beat me up. I lost because I was embarrassed. But that's my first story of my fight. I got swept by a ninja.
My first real fight?
Yeah.
It wasn't outside.
Oh, it wasn't?
It was inside.
Inside.
I lost to a girl, my sister.
Don't say it ain't true.
Doc, it was my turn to wash the dishes. And I just didn't want to do them. It wasn't I ain't like I had nothing else to do. We ain't had cable. So it wasn't nothing special to see on TV.
Right.
I just didn't feel like doing it. And so I told her, I'm not doing it. And I walked away. And that's all I remember. She pulled me by the back of my t-shirt, Doc. I hit that ground. And all I heard is my mama in the background. Danny, get off that boy.
No.
Danny, get off that boy. You gonna kill him.
What that sounds like to me is what we had that thing called back in the day called heavy-handed.
Heavy-handed. Yeah. My sister whipped my behind, Doc. I tell you what, we ain't never had no problem with me washing them dishes.
Not ever again. Your first fight, you got beat up by your own sister.
My own sister, Doc. Prophetess. She's a prophetess.
And now she a prophetess.
Yeah, but she was little Mike Tyson back then.
Back then, she was laying hands and wasn't even ordained.
Wasn't even
She was laying.
You know what? I wish I'd have been articulated like that. We could have got something done that day.
She was practicing on you, Clark.
Doc, was she practicing on me? And look, laid hands, and I was slain.
And you were slain. Let the Lord use you, Sister Dana. That's all you was doing. You was letting God practice ministry on you, Clark.
Man, listen. When my mama finally got Dana up off of me, my first words was, "You lucky I don't fight no girl."
You went respectful real quick. Look, when that white boy jujitsu ninja karate foot swept me and had me on my back like a black turtle, and all I could see was my Converse. It's one thing for a white boy to do it. It's one thing white boy to know karate. But it's another thing when he is respectful and he tries to hand out his hand to pick. I don't want your hand. You don't know the ones that beat you up and then try to give you a good gesture. No, just leave me down here in my embarrassment and walk away, man. Don't try to help me up. You don't want to put me down here.
Yeah, the aftermath, I get that. And you know, sometimes, bro, when you think about it, Jay, and this may be humorous, but it may or may not be, but it's showing up true. You ever notice, man, when you have been embarrassed, how you either get real defensive or extremely quiet? There is no middle tone in embarrassment. There's no,
not at all. I was running late to a show, and it was raining hard, cats and dogs. It was just slippery. You ain't heard that word a lot of times, right? That's when I tell you it was wet. You hear the word slippery, that means when you know you running and you ain't supposed to in church shoes. Oh, I was hosting a banquet at the top of the Marriott. It was like a 100 black man event. I was clean, Doc. Had on my slip and slides. My church shoes was looking nice. I'm the host. I'm running late. And you know how you hit a corner in the rain, and they got those things called, what is that thing? They out of metal, and it's on the ground. It's not really a gutter.
Metal on the ground.
It's metal, but it ain't a gutter. Come on, Clark, don't leave me hanging. It's a
drain.
A drain? No, but it's on the sidewalk.
Pothole?
No, ain't no pothole on the sidewalk, man. I'm talking about the thing that's metal and it's steel, but it's on the sidewalk, but it's not a drain or something. Anyway, it's one of those things that construction workers, they lift and they go inside the ground.
A crane? Manhole.
Manhole. I believe that's what it is. All I know is I hit the corner, plop, and you know when it's raining and it's something slippery, which is steel, and you hit that ground with some church shoes, and I'm doing about 30 miles per hour. I slipped. Now, you know when you hit your side so hard, and you know, like you said, embarrassment gonna either allow you to do what?
You're gonna be defensive.
You're gonna be defensive or quiet.
Yeah.
I act like I just finished a breakdance move on purpose. My leg said, whoosh. I went up. I already knew it was over. When in the air, I made a decision. I made a conscious decision. In order for you to come out of this thing with your pride and dignity, hit the ground and pose as you just did a breakdance move, and then people gonna think you did this on purpose. I don't care if they believe it or not. But I said, I went down there, boom, whole left side paralyzed. But guess what I did? God, I said, I think I got one or two people to say, man, that boy good. Boy, left side burning.
Did you hit
on fire. Huh?
Did you hit him with the pole?
Oh, yeah, left side, whole left side paralyzed, on fire. That's what I did. Did one of these and came back up and went on in that show.
What is did you ever have one of those moments where you hear comedians talking about they bombed or they didn't do,
Oh, man, I think one moment is crazy because I had never really had nobody like, I don't feel like I ever bombed. I'm just blessed to know that. I've been, by the grace of God, in front of an audience that was kind to me.
Gotcha.
It was good to me. But not really where it's to the bomb and somebody is like, boo, get off on stage. But I would call it heckle.
Okay.
So I never really bombed and got booed, but I have got seriously heckled where it made you start thinking about your life and the decisions that you just made.
What happened, man?
Man, I was doing comedy, and I'm a comedy host,
Okay.
which means I got to do a set and keep the show going. Well, one of the comedians I was about to bring on wasn't ready. I didn't did my set. So now I'm like, man, I only brought 4 jokes. I was a young comedian at the time.
Yeah.
I said, I had brought my best 4 jokes. He's supposed to be ready so he can bring him on. And he wasn't ready. So now I had to improv. Now, again, I'm just finding my niche. I ain't really know what I was going to say. But I figured I already got them laughing. These people are my friends. Oh, no, not 201C, roll left, seat in the back. And this brother was at the back. And I decided, when R. Kelly was hot at the time, I said, pre-Me Too R. Kelly. I started singing, I Believe I Can Fly. Worst decision I ever made in my life. Because I thought people was going to feel me, and they were going to laugh, it was going to be inspirational and funny.
Yeah.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. He said, hey! Hey, man! Now, the worst thing you can do when you're being heckled is actually respond back. Don't even acknowledge. Don't give him the attention. You got the microphone, but I didn't know I was a young comedian. I believe, hey! Hey, man! Yes, sir, in 201-3, roll left. Look here! We wish you could fly away now! I went like this. Think about it every night and day.
Did you fly away?
I flew all the way off that stage. I didn't know what to do when I heard that man say that.
Listen, I remember a friend of mine telling me this story, and I've heard variations of this experience, but the funniest incident is when my partner said this guy was preaching at his church, his first sermon, and he said, all months, weeks before, he was real nervous about getting up before the people. He was the son of the house, and so he comes the night of the preaching event. First time church is packed, everybody gonna come see him. He said, man, he preaches, and a guy who's telling the story said he really didn't do that bad, for his first time.
Yeah.
He said the people would line up and one by one. He said, oh man, bless you. Oh, keep praying. God showed you. Don't worry about it. Where you going to school? He said, yeah, man, his friend was feeling real good until the last deacon walked up to him and said, young man, I ain't getting nothing out that side.
Broke that home.
He said when he told his partner, when the deacon told his partner that, he said, partner didn't want to preach, man. It took him about a year.
I was about to say, he broke all his confidence. Because all it takes is one.
I ain't getting nothing out that sermon.
I'm trying to tell you. Ain't it funny how sometimes, even as a preacher and a comedian, you can have a whole room at your attention. Whether it's them receiving a good word or them laughing at a good joke. And you focus on that one person that could be nodding off,
Isn't that crazy?
ain't smiling. And we don't focus. But ain't that now? Look at now. I might be doing two. I might be doing too much. You know how Negro try to tell a story and say, well, you know what? Let me put some Bible in this. Am I being too spiritual?
Oh, no.
By saying just like if we preaching and we doing comedy.
That's right.
And we got a whole room being entertained or being inspired or hearing a good word, and we focus on that one person that don't look like they happy, don't look like they. For me as a comedian, they ain't laughing. For you, they ain't paying attention.
Yep.
Is that the same thing as being in the Garden of Eden as a man and focusing on that one tree you can't touch?
You preach it, doctor.
And instead of focusing on the whole garden that's already there for you?
And when you look at it, Jay, that's the command. The command was, when we read that passage, we think the command is, thou shalt not eat from the tree. But the command is, thou may freely eat from every tree, but of the tree that possesses the knowledge of good and evil. Which gives true to your point, that a lot of time, your fruitfulness is really going to be determined by what you're focusing on.
Ooh.
If you're focusing on the person that ain't helping, then you ain't gonna be fruitful in helping other people. So I think it's true.
Boys,
I think it's true and real.
stay focused on your fruit. You can't get no better than that. Clark, I think we gave him enough, huh?
Yeah. I think I think you're right, little bro. I think it's right.
We got something special? We gonna keep doing this thing?
Man, I think we should, bro.
Well, I think right now, people, I need y'all to understand that we're putting everything in works. If you like this, what we got?
Why you say that when you talk to people? I noticed you say that a lot.
What did I do?
People, if you understand.
Cause maybe I'm trying to talk to them, but I don't have to think that. Clark, don't do me like that, because now people gonna think I'm talking about it. Like they slow or something.
No. That's what then people say I repeat myself all the time.
I was just trying to close out the show,
okay,
and to try to tell people to follow us and you know and like us and share.
If they understand.
If you understand.
Because you may not understand.
Because you may not understand. You could be on the slow button. But see, now I wasn't gonna say that, but then Clark, he gonna make me say it, so somebody gonna be mad at me. I appreciate that last part when you talk about somebody being on the slow button. I got kids. See. That's why comedians nowadays can't get away with nothing, man. Everything got to be politically correct. So now you done got me in trouble with somebody watching.
But now, you know what? Honestly, now, this is no joke aside, you know, my mama said that I was slow, but I grew out of it.
But that's funny. Because I'm not going to touch that. Because you could probably get away with it. But let me tell you something, man. That's hilarious.
But that's what they would say.
No, but I'm saying
that's what they would say growing up. They would tell us about.
But you grew out of it.
Yeah. That's what they said. Seriously.
I got you, man.
You've heard people say
I've heard of it.
I've heard that verbiage growing up in the hood.
Yeah, I got you.
What was some of the stuff they said about y'all in the hood?
Oh, what did they say?
What your mama and them said that when you look at it, you know.
You know what didn't make no sense to me? When my mama, my grandmama, and them, Big Mama and all them, which is swear they gonna tear your head off. I mean, whoop the black off of you if you didn't understand what they were saying the first time they said it. And the first time they said it didn't make sense the first time they said it. Stuff like, get from up under the table. Now, how in the hell,
am I to get
as
up?
far as I'm saying biblical hell, people, how in the biblical pit of hell do you get from up under anything, Clark? If I'm under, how am I going to get up under? See, stuff like that.
I tell you another one that makes sense. When they say, quit that crying before I give you something
to cry about. Now, that's another thing that didn't make no sense.
If I'm crying about something.
I'm crying because you're the reason why I'm crying. And then my grandma used to always get mad when she seen us 2 days later because she didn't went and said, go outside and pick me out a switch.
Uh-huh.
And then she wondered why we ended up missing. People used to always, I never understood the stories behind that when people be like, I had to go in and get my own switch. Why you come back? Now, yeah, we got it 10 times worse later, but it gave yourself 2 days. She'll tell us to go pick a switch, and she'll be waiting there 10, 15 minutes, and he ain't coming back. I never came back, Clark.
I'm telling you, Doc, it's crazy. But, you know, I'm sorry, we was closing out.
Yeah, we were closing out, so letting people know this was just a snippet, just giving you a preview, snapshot, a taste of us just being who we are, the bishop.
And the comedian.
All right, till next time, huh?
Until next time. We got to have a tagline to go out.
I know, we got to get a tag. Let me tell you, I want y'all to understand one thing about in life. The one thing I know for sure in life.
What's that?
God can't This is as real as it can get. Now, you tell me if I'm wrong, preacher, because you is a bishop.
Wait, let's set it up. I'm going to set it up.
Yeah.
I'm going to set it up. We come now to the close of this episode, and with the comedian, you're going to laugh.
Yeah.
And with the help of the Lord through the bishop, you're going to learn. But we want you to know that you can laugh and you can learn. But one thing is true.
True enough.
And what's that?
God can't use you if you're dead.
Peace.
Peace. Period.